tonight. Let me make sure this microphone's on. Testing, testing. Are we too loud? How do we sound? There's Dutch Blackfeather already with us. Good to see you, Dutch. Good to see you there, brother. Good deal. Hopefully the microphone sounds all right. Maybe we can just stand here and hold it all night. We can clip it on here maybe, but we'll just see what's going on. How is everybody tonight? We are live, I hope. Let us know in the chat, Dutch. How do we sound? How do we look? And are we live? Are we coming your way tonight? Do we got good signal? What's everything look like? It's been a little while since we've been live streaming here on the YouTube channel. Frontier Survival and Mountain Grit have met together, and this is Mountain Grit Live. Good to see y'all here tonight. Sounds good. All right. Okay. Good deal. That's good to hear. We are using this lavalier microphone. We grabbed those off the TikTok shop. Imagine that. They're doing pretty good, though, I think, for what they are. We'll just clip it here real quick. But yeah, we don't know who might be with us tonight. We have invited a lot of folks, and we knew Dutch Blackfeather would be with us. Good to see you there, brother. And I'm sure the family are all watching. Maybe he's watching it on the big screen. Who knows? He's got a good sized television. I do know that. But it is 8 p.m. or just a little bit after, and we did say that's the time we were going to go live. So, you know, in the past we had a live show, and you know we call it Dynamite or something like that. It was cool. I mean, it's cool to live stream, and you know, tonight we're going to talk a lot about stuff when it comes to you know, outdoors. I mean, you might as well just put it as it is, and we can say all this stuff. We can talk terms like bushcraft, campcraft. Um, my content, what I'm into mostly is I always did like to camp. I never did call it nothing but that. But even if I wasn't fishing or hunting, you know, that sort of camp, you know, a deer camp or maybe, you know, fishing on the water's edge, or I mean, camping on the water's edge. I'm just saying, even if I was just out there camping, maybe cooking something, maybe, you know, some kind of camp meal or whatever, that's what I was doing. So, I mean, even as a little kid. So, I mean, that's what I always called it. But anyway, Horseman Hills is lurking in the background for the moment. Good deal. Hey, bud, how you doing? Glad you've made it. Appreciate you. Yeah, I've lost a little weight. Good to see you, though. Yeah, you've lost some too. Got a fresh haircut, Miss Mandy. Done all this, the lovely wife, if you will. Kegs Fro. I'm not sure. Uncle Heath. Who is that, brother? Who's? I don't know the name, but they're saying, "Hey, Uncle Heath." Hello there. It's Keegan. Oh, hey, Keegan. How you doing? How you doing? I get it now. Keegs Fro. I see it. I got it. Good to see you there, little brother. Appreciate you jumping in here. But yeah, like I said, you know, I just am passionate about being from where I'm from, East Kentucky, but folks from all around here that might be coming in this chat tonight are from all over the place, and that's great. We appreciate where you're from, even if it's out of the United States. But as you see in the background behind me here, we're very patriotic and this, that, and the other. And then if we can, we might even turn this laptop here to where we can see this picture of this eagle here. There, you see that? That says courage. So courage is what it takes for a lot of folks. A lot of folks have courage. A lot of folks might struggle with having courage for a lot of things. But the thing is, you know, you just got to persevere. You got to be resilient and just keep fighting through. But courage, and it says also in finer print, and I'm trying to read it to you. Hopefully you're still hearing me good. Freedom is the sure possession of those alone who have the courage to defend it. So, there you have it. So, right now, we're just we were on some topic and we kind of drove off, but we're talking about courage now. Ribbon Wolf is with me. Good to see you, Ribbon Wolf. Appreciate you. We had a good talk with Ribbon Wolf over like a FaceTime messenger type deal. Check out his channel if you will. He seems like a good guy, and he's from out west. So there you have it. We talked about how much we love being from East Kentucky, and we're very passionate about that. Very patriotic about being from the USA. Rivenwolf was from out west and around Colorado, so welcome him in. We got 7 in the house. Make sure you hit that thumbs up if you can, whenever you can. And yeah, you know, guys, we call this Mountain Grit Podcast. And is it a podcast necessarily? We're not having any type of audio being broadcast over anything other than right now YouTube, but it's video as well. Thank you. Stealth Path Survival is the YouTube channel. Okay, there you have it. I did know that, but thanks for correcting me. Appreciate you. Debbie Gromlin has just joined us from South Dakota. Now, Miss Debbie has Mountain Grit. I do know that. Of course, all of us in here do. Dutch Blackfeather saying hey to Miss Debbie. See, that's another thing we'll do here during the live stream is give you a little play-by-play of what's going on in the chat. Because, I mean, now y'all might have seen live streams that where they're not even talking to anybody in the chat at all. They're just going to put on a show of some sorts and entertain anybody that might be watching. But, you know, it's good to interact as much as you can with the chat, at least in the beginning. You know, if you got a lot to cover, you know, so be it. But because for the most part, those folks that are with you that come in your chat are either there to troll you, support you, or, you know, maybe they're just new and just seeing what's going on. We did say hi to Miss Natalie, I think. I'm not sure if I did, but I see you there, Miss Natalie. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Hello to you. Keegan is watching. Good deal. And it's good. Everybody has been able to make it here tonight. We got some folks that are with us that might not be saying hi, but that's all right. And, you know, we always encourage you to sound off in that chat because that's what we like. You know, the interaction is what's great about this type of live stream and what we want to accomplish here on Mountain Grit Live. And some of the folks that are here with me tonight have been with me even back in the days with Dynamite Live, and you know we all loved that show, and it was good. And you know this will kind of continue on, pretty much with the same format of that, but it's just a different name. So there you have it. But yeah, you know I just grew up right here in the country. I mean, most of us are or from a rural area, you know, and that's where I'm from. I mean, I have places near me that, you know, bigger areas, bigger cities, but, you know, just where I am and in my county is pretty small. But, you know, big things go on in my county. The county I live in is Morgan County here in East Kentucky. And this weekend was the Morgan County Sorghum Festival annual. Can't remember how many years, but I know it started somewhere around the 70s, mid 70s, say 73, 74. And before we continue, if you will, I'm still keeping with the chat, but if you will, let me know if something happens, you know, if audio seems to start breaking or something like that, or video, you know, you never know what might happen and what you might have to encounter when you do these live streams. And you're always trying to keep track of everything that you need to, as far as, you know, the way things look, make sure your signal's good. Right now, my signal seems like I'm weak, but just let me know. But, you know, we just want to keep on. He said, we got you. Okay, good deal. But the Morgan County Sorghum Festival, it continues on this year. It's been going on. Now, we haven't took part of it because we, you know, worked up until Friday. And the good thing about it is, you know, a lot of times where I work, we're open on Saturdays as well. But since the Sorghum Festival goes on, you're usually closed that Saturday. And I was off this Saturday regardless, but that's why I wanted to start this live stream tonight, because I knew I was going to be off work and I had plenty of time to continue it. And through the week, I was able to promote it quite heavily over there on Facebook. A lot of you all know that. that's here with me today. Make sure you hit that thumbs up. I'll reiterate that all through the live stream. If you come in here, we got 12 or 13 with us, and we say hello to each and every one of you one more time. The Sorghum Festival, what it is, it continues on. It's great food, good music, a lot of vendors that sell a lot of homemade, crafty type stuff. And, you know, there's even a booth there. The last couple of years, a guy who was making ferrocerium rods with wooden handles and like deer antler handles and things like that. So ferro rods right there being made and sold. And there's a grist mill where they make cornmeal right there. On site, you can buy fresh cornmeal, fresh grits. I know Dutch Blackfeather probably knows a thing or two about grits. But anyway, I like grits. They're pretty good. But sorghum, most of y'all know, is just, molasses. That's another name for it, and it's good, on a biscuit or maybe even a piece of cornbread. And that and a little butter. And, it was grown a lot here in Morgan County back in the day, and so they made a festival about it. And so you have your vendors, you have your food, you have your music, and just good old times. And there's always a running joke that most of the time during the Morgan County Sorghum Festival, weather isn't all that great. It's either scorching hot and humidity, or just, piss pouring the rain or whatever. But, this thing, what I'm saying is this year, pretty decent weather. Not too hot, not too cold, and no precipitation. What's my thoughts on the MMA kid that slammed Stu? Stu, hey, I don't know. I'm not up on that news, man. I'll have to refresh my memory on that. Stu, who exactly? Have a lot of sweet corn over there, Debbie Grumman? That's cool. Tonight we're drinking H2O, Niagara purified drinking water. And in here we have very, very lovely made extra sweet iced tea or tea. A southern treat. But Morgan County Sorghum Festival is great. We always took part in it. Oh, I forgot, on Friday of the Sorghum Festival. Now, the Sorghum Festival takes place 3 days, the last full weekend of September, always. And, of course, the Friday of the Sorghum Festival is the Morgan County Sorghum Bowl. The Morgan County High School football team takes on an opponent. Well, that's cool. And that took place last night, but I haven't heard who won, so I'll have to see if I can figure that out. I got my phone here. I can maybe figure out something. What we need to do is check out, make sure that our live stream is doing pretty good. We've been trying to upload a video as well, so we got a video coming out tonight too, a long form video, Dutch. Imagine that. It's been a while since I've been able to put something out, but we're going to do a little test and review of a fire starter. The Wrestler Auto Stew, Psycho Stew. Oh, you talking about that deal out in California? The MMA guy was Rampage Jackson's son. Is that correct? He was young, the MMA boy. He might be heading somewhere. Yeah. It became instead of being a work, it became a shoot. Wild Man Survival, what's up there? Straight out of Arkansas. Good to see you there. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Been a long time since I've seen Ark Wild Man Survival. Appreciate you being here tonight. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, Arky. Yep. All right. Okay. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, Stu. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, my thoughts on that is crazy. I think the kid misunderstood a whole lot. I don't know what happened there. There's something wrong with him. How's old Harper? Where's he at? I'm sure he's probably watching as well. Hey, Harper, I didn't have to say hi to you. You don't have to say hi in the chat, no big deal, but I love you, Harper. Arkman. Hey, there's Richard Gamir. I think, am I saying that right? Gamir? I'm not sure if I can pronounce your name. I hope I am. But he's a good friend of mine over there on Facebook. Good to see you, Richard. Richard has started also a page. He's making some canvas stuff. Real cool. So Richard can chime in the chat if you'd like to and talk about his canvas making, different things, pouches and whatnot. Millbank bags, they look pretty cool. And that's another thing that, maybe we would be talking about tonight as we go along is, in the past when our show was on, before when it was called other names, we had guests at times. That's what we'll also do. We will have guests. If you'd like to be a guest on the show to promote something, your YouTube channel, your company where you make outdoor gear or something like that, yeah, we can do that. We can bring you on. We can interview you, talk to you, let you promote whatever it is. Sounds like a pretty good plan to me. And that's what I've always been about the whole time I've been doing this social media thing. And am I an influencer? Not really. I mean, I'm still kind of just a little guy here in a big world of the outdoor genre. And, that's what I want to get back to is just earlier we were talking about, I'm not a bushcraft channel or a survival channel. It's called Frontier Survival because I just wanted to go that route. It just sounded cool to me. I don't know. But that's what it's called, and it will probably never change. But we are bringing out other brands now with Mountain Grit and stuff like that. So, that could even be a channel name at one, maybe in the future. You never know. But I'm just going to say I'm an outdoor channel, but I didn't ever want to be Frontier Outdoors or, like call my channel Heath Ward Outdoors, like a lot of folks do, which is cool. It's all right. It's no problem. But it just wasn't for me, I don't guess. So we chose survival because, for the most part, that's where our content lays. Most of y'all should probably agree with that. If you watch the content any at all. But we try to be as authentic and as possible, and hopefully we are. And hopefully we are tonight. The ones that are with us watching are being entertained as much as possible and listening. I mean, I'm not trying to be boring or anything, but I'm trying to just get through this because we've been excited to do this because it's been a little while and we were in a slump pretty much. Now our day job takes a lot of our time away, but we still got to work, right? Good for the lungs, or they said the Debbie Grumlin, Arctic Wild Man. Dust said we're doing great. Oh, thank you very much, brother. What was good for the lungs? I think I missed something. Sweet corn. Okay, Miss Debbie was talking about. I didn't miss that because I remember talking to her about it. And the mullein, yeah, learning about mullein and uses. Been learning about it. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's what we do, right? Every day I learn something. At work, That's the thing is to know a little bit of knowledge about anything when it comes to working in a hardware store. Yeah, and even managing a hardware store, you learn a lot of stuff about plumbing, electrical, painting, whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I gain a lot of knowledge every day. Stuff I've known for years, and then I gain more knowledge each day, right? Exactly. But of course, back in the day, when I was a young man, 18, 19, I started there, and I didn't know, 12 penny nail from a 16 penny nail or a common nail from a finished nail. You know what I mean? And now folks don't even use nails hardly anymore. I mean, that's truth. We don't hardly sell many nails. It's screws anymore. Torx head screws anymore. Unless, you're using in concrete, then it's tack cons, things like that. We're going on a tangent here about all kinds of stuff. But the Morgan County Sorghum Festival, we'll continue on with that for just a little bit. It's great. It's a tradition. It's been around for years. We just did not go to it at all this year. Now it continues on tomorrow. Not tomorrow, up until about 6 p.m. There'll be some more music tomorrow, and a fella could get out there and look at the vendor stuff and see what they might want to pick up or get them something good to eat. Now there's one booth there that I always like to visit. It was the soup bean booth, and y'all know what soup beans are. I know some folks call them pintos, and that's what they really are. But they're a brown bean, and they're good. Good with cornbread and fried potatoes, and you never know what all. Sauerkraut and wieners. How many of y'all ever eat that? Sauerkraut and wieners. Wild lettuce is good for pain, Miss Debbie said. I did not know that. See, that's what my deal. I know a little bit about some edibles when it comes to out there in the wild, berries and plant-like stuff, but medicinal stuff I still got to brush up on and continue to learn stuff. Yes, sir. Oh boy, what's happened? Have I lost control? I don't know what else to say. But yeah, we're not. We're going to call ourselves, like I said, just an outdoor type channel. You never know what we might talk about during this live stream, though. We talked about that earlier. We could always talk about anything from 1980s sitcoms or movies from the past or good old Western movies. What's your favorite Western movie there, Ark Wild Man? You know what I mean? We could always talk about stuff, but that's what you got to do is just continue on with this and just not don't be afraid. Like I said, we talked about that earlier. Courage. Sometimes there's things you had never done in your life, and you think you can be gung ho about it, but then there's something back there way down deep that might say, am I going to survive this? But if you continue on with it, then that means you have courage. Devil's Lettuce. There, boy. Outlaw Josie Wells. That's a good one. I agree with that one. That would be one of my top 5 anyway. Yeah, boy. Great movie, Dutch Blackfeather says. But yeah, we have done tonight, doing pretty good this live stream. Seems like we've been engaging good from what I see here in the background. And, to be the season opener, which is what you want. But who knew? Who knew what was going to happen? 310 to Yum. Yeah, boy. Yuma. That's what it is, right? Yuma. Yeah. That's a good one. But, I mean, everybody in here has mountain grit. What mountain grit? It doesn't even mean you have to be from the mountains. You can be from flatland, but just to have that, everyone here has that perseverance to continue on, that courage, that, you fight to live another day, but you still live one day at a time. That's what I like about it. So that's what everybody's here, and that's what mountain grit is. I'm trying to get that out to explain to you. That's what it is, and it's for everybody, But I call it mountain grit because that's where I'm from, the mountains of Appalachia, here in East Kentucky. We love it. We hardly want to ever go anywhere else. We really don't. We just want to stay right here. I mean, seriously. Yes, we do, brother. Right. Thank you there, Rippin' Wolf. See, that's another thing is also courage. Some of us have habits. Some of us might not think we have the courage to quit those habits. I have habits, and something that I'm trying not to even do, but we're going to talk about it right now, and that's well, this right here, and I'm showing it. I don't know if this will get bumped, but that's loose leaf tobacco, and yeah, we take part in that sometimes. We'll have a little chew, and but we're trying to maybe get the courage to get rid of that habit or not. So tonight we're trying not to even take a chew while we live streaming here tonight, so we don't even know exactly how long we might live stream, but either way, that's what we're trying to do. I'm gonna check here on this video, make sure my video uploaded. I don't know if it did or not. Just excuse me a second here, but I can check here on the phone. Because we posted a short video and a regular video. Yep, there it is. Looks like. Okay. It's not live yet. It's a pretty lengthy video. I mean, it's close to 10 minutes long. Pretty cool, maybe. We'll see how it'll do. And then, that's the thing is, as far as any of us in here tonight, a lot of y'all in here tonight do create content. I mean, just about every one of us, Dutch, Art, Riven Wolf, even, Miss Deadly, I know she has a video or two on her page on Facebook, and you could call her a content creator unless you just don't want to be called one. But even Richard Gunmere, how you doing, brother? Hope you're still with us. But what I'm saying is, it is what it is. Sometimes you don't have time to create content and really to do good and make money at it. And here, recently we just kind of got monetized on, Facebook. And for some reason, I have more followers over on Facebook than I do anywhere else. I mean, but the thing is we're over 1,000 on all platforms that we are part of at the moment, which is Instagram. Well, the only one would be Threads, but that's kind of part of Instagram. But there's Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook, and it's all right. I mean, you climb. That's the thing. That's part of it. That's another thing. Courage, mountain grit, all that was all part of that. The beginning of the Frontier Survival brand, as far as going forward, growing as a YouTube channel, growing as a whatever, a brand. And Mountain Grit will grow. Like I said, we could all probably turn Mountain Grit into a channel one day. I don't know. And it would be just talking about, or maybe it will just be this podcast name, and we could maybe get this podcast going on Spotify or something like that with just the audio. And, we would have guests all the time. We would line up guests weekly or bi-weekly or whatever. And, it would be outdoor guests and maybe even guests that maybe it'll be something that, like we talked about earlier, it might not exactly pertain to the outdoors. Yeah, Richard said he's talking about some of the items he has are millbank bags, the skillet bags, and the cook set bags. Folding saw bag. Oh, you got a folding saw pouch? I didn't think I realized that. I mean, I did see some of the stuff on your page. I would have to check out a folding saw pouch. That would be because we've been working on a belt rig and just having our folding saw on our belt, because we kind of keep it in the pack most of the time, or whatever it is, if it's a haversack, whatever it might be we're using at the time. And that's what the thing is having something to put on the belt for a folding saw would be great, because we keep our knife on the belt. We keep another little pouch that holds like a smaller, like ouchie boo boo first aid kit, and the tourniquet as well. And maybe a compass. I think we keep the compass on the belt. It's a Lensatic, the big strong military compasses. We talked about that on Facebook a while back. We made a post about the Lensatic and the base plate compass. And the base plate compass has its place in different things, different applications, but most people were hopping on the Lensatic compass train, And I do too. Dave Canterbury does have some amazing books. You're right. I got a few right here. I got Bushcraft 101, and then I got Advanced Bushcraft. That's the two I have at the moment for Dave Canterbury. And all these books are, well, mostly survival related books or outdoor related books. All of it, some of it's even home DIY stuff, you know, telling you how to change out a receptacle in your wall or your switch, light switch. But like I got some fishing books, like this one, just a total outdoorsman skills and tools. Not nothing too much survival, but that's Field and Stream. And yeah, that's got the price sticker on it. It was $7.99 for that book, but it's not too bad. That come from how many of y'all have a Ollie's in and around where you live? Ollie's is like a closeout place. They get a lot of stuff that comes from other stores and whatnot. But this is a pretty cool book. The Total Outdoorsman Skills and Tools, 324 tips. So we got talking about camp, fish, hunt, and survive. So I mean, yeah. See, that's the thing right there is just doing some type of video. You could put content on Facebook of just a person reciting something out of this book, and I could be sitting here reading it, or you could do it as just a still image and somebody voicing over. I know you could check. What is your page name, Richard? Ribbon Wolf is asking for a link to your company page. Yeah, Dutch likes a lot of canvas material made stuff. Dutch is a traditional type outdoorsman, and which is great. I mean, I myself, I like some traditional type stuff. I mean, I got you know this bad boy. Can you see that? Oh, let me get it. There it is. Well, I guess that's traditional type knife or whatever, deer antler type handle. I don't know if that's full tang or what. It's got this guard here. It's got that gut hook, and it needs a little touch up. It's not. I just got this kind of in display over here. I don't have a. Here's another one. Those two I acquired at somewhere. This one actually. Well, wait a minute. Hold on a second, guys. We're missing something. Oh, here we go. There we go. I couldn't find it. Couldn't find it right there. But the sheath for the knife we just showed earlier. Here's it. It's pretty cool. Trying to get it in frame. It's pretty leather, huh? It's got that strap there. Of course, you just slides down in there, and you can tie that. It's kind of a odd thing, but you can tie that up around it and whatnot. Pretty neat, huh? Yeah. Dutch, like he said, he's just a camper that likes using the older stuff, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I would use old stuff. I use, you know, new stuff, and I mean, this bag right here, it's not. It's sort of traditional. I mean, it's older stuff. It's military, but right there, I keep all my cook stuff in. You know what I mean? My camp cooking and things. A lot of it. I mean, just mostly for storage at the moment. I mean, I don't take this whole pack as, unless I'm actually car camping, actually, having the vehicle with me, and I'll have this. If I'm going just, out here behind the house, up the holler to the semi-permanent camp I got, you know, I'm not going to take that whole camp. I'll take a little bit of, something to cook with, because I'll be using a fire, or if I can use propane or whatever, but Ark Wildman's shutting the chickens up and saying good night to us. All right, brother. You're probably already gone. I just saw the message, but I appreciate you stopping in here. It's great to see you. Not sure exactly how you was able to find that we was going live. Maybe you got the notification. Maybe you seen the promotional stuff on Facebook. Well, we've had a few people visit us tonight. We're still going strong. You know, the thing is, when you do go live, I mean, there's no need to go live for hours on hours on hours on end. There's folks that do that, and you know, if that's what you want to do, go with it. But I mean, I don't know how I could talk for that long, but I could probably think of something. Like I said, we could read out of the books. Foxit Outdoors. Good to see you. Good evening to you. Stopping in to say hello and show some much overdue support. Well, hey, brother, I haven't been your way in a while, and I'll be your way in just a little while, maybe as soon as we let this live stream go. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you very much for stopping in, Foxit Outdoors. Oh, boy. Oh, Tony Andrews there. Good to see you there, Adventures with Tony. Good evening to you. We got some people coming in now. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, folks. The season opener of Mountain Grit has done good. Oh, Pobo Adventures there, Mr. Tony. He's been posting some content on Facebook talking about his book. I actually have a copy of his book. We have showed this on live streams in the past, but he sent me this probably over a year ago or so. The Spooky Tales and True Stories of Kentucky. A while ago, we talked about how we could read excerpts out of these survival books as videos. I could read Spooky Tales and True Stories of Kentucky and make a video of it and help Mr. Tony and myself promote his book and make videos. Hey, who knows? There's some great stories in here. I think stuff about Bigfoot and all. If Tony don't mind, I wouldn't mind reading what he wrote in the book to me, unless he would rather. You found a Bigfoot track the other day. Hey, I remember that video you posted too. That big snap tree. Looked like something just snapped it in half. There's like a 4 foot of it just standing there. What took that? Yeah, that's a great book. I appreciate Tony sending that to me. That's something we might do if Tony don't mind. We will read what he wrote, or we'll also read some of these stories and make a video or something. You think that would be cool, guys? Let me know. But you found a track. That'd be. I don't know what I'd do if I seen something that looked like a Bigfoot track. What else we got here? We got the latest edition of McMurray Hatchery, Murray McMurray Hatchery, chicks and stuff. Pretty cool. We got that the other day in the mail. Yeah, we're going to try to do a few things here tonight. We didn't know exactly what we were going to do. Don't mind at all. Sasquatch is out there, Dutch. Po' boy said. Yeah, that's right. It was snapped. I don't think a deer done that, dude. No. There were folks thought the deer done that. I don't know about that, man. Don't seem like it was a deer to me. But yeah, we'll read what Tony wrote in the book. He signed the book. And all it says, Heath, I hope you enjoy reading this books as much as I enjoyed writing it. Keep up the good work on your videos. Thank you, Tony. May God bless you. Tony. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, some of the contents here, you got your introduction, and you got Ghost Legend of Sinking Creek. Cumberland River Bigfoot Legend. Page 14. That sounds like a good. Legend of Devil's Creek. And it goes on and on. Let's see here. All right, folks. We're going to read to you Cumberland River Bigfoot legend. Are you ready? Rumor has it that on quiet moonlit nights along the Cumberland River trails, strange noises can be heard. Just a second. Let's get focused here. Cumberland River Bigfoot legend. Rumor has it that on quiet moonlit nights along the Cumberland River trails, strange noises can be heard. Some noises sound like something huge hitting the water. When investigating what made the noises, thinking to find a large tree cut by the beavers, nothing could be found. Some say it was probably just a deer, but the ones that have heard the noise swear there was no way a deer could make such a noise. One group of campers was awakened one night to growl-like noise. While trying to check to see what could have made the sound, they saw a large, probably 7 to 8 foot tall silhouette of something moving not far from the campsite. After awakening the other campers, they all heard a huge splash hit the water downstream. As the campers scrambled to investigate, one found a clump of hair about 6.5 feet up in the tree between the campsite and the riverbed. The stench of the hair was almost unbearable. Down close to the river bed along the bank was what appeared to be a footprint. But this wasn't your ordinary footprint. This campers swear this print was 8 to 10 inches across and at least 18 to 24 inches in length. The print had 5 toes, like digits, along the end closest to the water. The campers never thought anyone would believe them, so they decided not to say anything about it. That's a pretty good story. Kind of ties in with what Dutch was talking about. Folks, see what Dutch says here? Look here, guys. And I will add, the whole trail smelled like skunk. So a older neighbor told me about the skunk ape. I never knew about it until he told me. Skunk ape. That's what Dutch had going on, man. No doubt. Hey, there's Outdoors with Big Man. He said it was me. No doubt. No doubt, Big Man. Hey, appreciate you being here, brother. We still got 11 in the house. We're going strong. But yeah, we'll read more stories of this on a later date. Thank you, Tony, for letting me read that. We might do something like that. Maybe we'll cut that out of this live stream and make it a standalone short or something. Because shorts can be 3 minutes long now. That's cool, huh? It's just a 3-minute long video recorded in portrait mode. Outdoors with Big Matt. Big Matt, I haven't seen you in a while, brother. I appreciate you being here. I know you're still around. I know you're making videos because I see them all over the place. But I haven't been able to talk to you, so I appreciate you, brother. Me and Big Matt go back a long way. Oh, man. Ah! This is exciting. Excuse me. I'm just, thankful for all this. Thankful for each and every one of you that's been here tonight. Hunting and Stuff with J&J. Yo, 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 what's happening? Appreciate you. Howdy. Po Boy saying howdy to Matt. He said it's good to see everyone else tonight. 7 or 8 years. Boy, what about that? I've known most everybody here tonight for a while. A little while. I've known Tony for a couple years. hunting and stuff with J&J. He's been around a while, known him. Dutch, me and Dutch go way back. Oh, Dutch, he's my ride or die, I think. Foxy Outdoors, we've known each other for a long time. Miss Natalie, we've known each other for a long time. Ark Wildman. Ribbon Wolf, we've known each other for a month or two, maybe, something like that. Maybe a little longer. Can't remember. Well, we do appreciate his talk today and this, that, and the other. Well, let's see here. What was we going to show you tonight? We was going to show this. I think, can't remember if we showed this before or not. But this knife, it's, would you call that traditional? I mean, it's mossy oak. Check that out, Dutch. Mossy oak printed on there. It's kind of a weird design on that sheath. I mean, you got to unbuckle this and then unbuckle this to get the knife out. You know what I mean? I mean, that blade profile's all right. That right there is 90 degrees. Oh, let me get that, you know, not up in this, not this curvature here, but this straight area right here, that's 90 degrees. We struck ferro rod with that right there. You got this gimp, whatever you call that stuff there. It's full tang all the way through. You can see that. It sure seems to be. Got a pretty good handle. I mean, you see what it's got there. And you see the blade runs all the way through. At least it seems like it does. Feels decent in the hand. Pretty good. Guys, check that knuckle out. We've had something growing on our knuckle here in the last couple months. Don't know what that is. But, yeah, what do you think about it, guys? Yep, a month or two. Had a great chat. You're right. Hunting and stuff said nice knife. Good looking knife. Very modern. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I never really, I wear it some, but just the way it, you got to keep it secure. You got two, it's just weird. And you don't want to not, I mean, you could probably secure it with just that one, but this one would make noise. You know what I mean? So you want to keep it snapped too, but there's that. All right. Yeah. Things are going strong. Yeah, like talking about earlier about live streaming for 5, 6 hours. I mean, if a man was fishing or something like that, you could probably do that because I mean, you get to watch the man catch fish or whatever. I mean, he comes to the chat and sees what's going on every so often. But you know, you don't have to pay attention to the chat so much. But I mean, a good hour or two is a good live stream, really. I mean, that's my opinion and my take on things. And yeah, hey, we wanted to show you this bad boy. This is something we bought at our store. Now, where I work, it's a hardware store that's been around for over 70 years, over 75 years, probably close to 80 now. Most recently, they went through a conversion. We went from being a True Value store. It was called Frederick and May, then Frederick and May True Value. Now we're back to Frederick and May. But we do have a distributor that is affiliated with Ace Hardware, but we do not have to have Ace Hardware on our name. But what we do have in the store selling right now are Milwaukee tools, and there's hand tools, power tools, and with the Milwaukee brand name. Well, this right here, this is a full tang knife, fixed blade knife from Milwaukee. It's got a red handle, which is all right. I mean, it's all right enough bushcraft for me to have that red handle. And I'm not saying this is a bushcraft knife, but maybe it possibly could be. But check that out. That's definitely modern. Now we added this piece of paracord to it, which is olive drab. It had a lanyard hole. We made us a decent lanyard. Got us a good knot there. Boom. We also, right here, it said Milwaukee printed in this little concave. But we put some woodland camo duct tape in there. But not that we're trying to be ashamed that it's Milwaukee or not, because it says Milwaukee right there on the sheath. You know what I'm saying? But, we thought that'd be cool. We just cut it to size. It is what it is. Guys, what's cool about this knife, I mean, this is kind of a tradesman knife. It's been sold in the hardware store, and it's a Milwaukee brand. It really meant not necessarily a bushcraft or woodsman's knife. That's what it looks like. That's its profile. It has a 90-degree spine. I can and have struck a ferro rod with this knife. I've only had it very long. It feels decent in the hand. That handle is good. I know it's polymer. I know it's an ABS or PVC or some kind of handle, but I mean, it feels great in the hand. That lanyard is perfect. I made it perfect. It drops down. There you have it. Do you like that profile, Dutch? What do you think, guys? It's not necessarily a bushcraft knife. It's definitely long enough. It's full tang, or at least it says it is. I mean, I have an X-rayed here, but the package said it's full tang because right here you got this. But couldn't that just be glued in there? I don't know. We haven't batoned with it or nothing. We have used it to make feather sticks, and they've done pretty good. Kincaid Outdoors is with us tonight. Good to see you there, brother. Colin. Right there. What do y'all think about that? Whoa! Excuse me. Milwaukee knife there. We about had an accident. But decent sheath. It's polymer too, but it retains very well. Little beefy for you, but yeah, looks like it does. You're right, Dutch. I know. But we wanted to show it regardless. I don't have, I mean, my really only bushcraft knife, I guess I wouldn't. I'll tell you what I'd like to get is that new Grand Garberg, right? That's what I want to get for Christmas. Tell Miss Mandy that. 15 in the house. Hit that thumbs up. But that Grand Garberg is a bigger version of the Garberg by Mora. But that's my bushcraft knife, I guess I would say, is the only one I have, I guess would be a bushcraft knife. It would be a more modern one, I guess, but it's the Mora Companion, and it's not full tang, I know. And it don't have a 90-degree spine. But there is, so I mean, it's not a bushcraft knife if it don't have a 90-degree spine, right? Oh, you're popping between channels? That's no problem. No need to apologize. Who else are you watching? But the Mora Companion has been with me for a while. I've had it for a while, for a long time. Can we find that for a second? And here, oh no. Excuse me, folks. Got to do some cleanup in here one of these days. Hopefully y'all can still hear me pretty good, because let me know real quick, Dutch. Can you hear me real well, even though I'm away from the camera? Let's see. Aha. All right, here we go. Coming right back. Here we are. More rat tears are just as good as full tang almost import destroy. Almost import destroy. What does that mean? Favorite blade is a Boker Bronco. So far, anyways. Yeah, I've never heard of the Boker Bronco either, Dutch. Here's the more companion we have. But Dutch is saying the rat tail is just as good as full tang. Cool. But we've had the more companion for a while. It might need a little touch up on the. Yeah, it's pretty sure. But yeah, it is what it is. You know, it always retained good. It's a good knife. I mean, it does good. We've had that a while. Put these knives back up real quick. We're going to be interesting to see if this sounds good. As far as me being away from the camera, because we know we're not using the internal mic of the, you know, or whatever. Anyway, we'll watch the replay. We got this right here. This is a new set, but we've had old sets. We use this as a bushcraft tool, which is a pair of fencing pliers. You got this hammer thing, you know, you could use as to hammer stakes in. Of course, there's a lot of things you could use to hammer stakes in, but I mean, it's something that might be used around camp, or you might want to have a set of these at, if you had a semi-permanent camp set up somewhere, you could have this in your cache head. But that little point right there is good to break up wood into kindling as well, to bust wood. I mean, you know, think about it. What's y'all's take on that? I know I've seen Dave Canterbury. I know he uses a set of these. But this is a new set. This is actually from Crescent brand right there. Oh, I just hit the microphone. And we're going to show one more knife. It's something we haven't shown in the past on any show, so we're kind of showing that stuff off. But this is what one we've gotten recently too. It's buck made, but we always like the color of that pouch for some reason. I don't know. It's a decent knife. It's modern, but it's got this sheath, you know, that button there, but it comes out to look like that. I mean, you know, it's kind of a decent little belt knife, maybe to wear if you're going out town or something. I don't know, but yeah, it is what it is. But we recently got that, so we just wanted to show everybody. You carry some of them pliers with you everywhere, yeah. Dutch said his main lineup is all from Pathfinder Forge and Tool, and both are custom one of a kinds. Well, that's awesome. Daniel Sturge, good to see you there. Backwoods Barbarian. Hey, brother. Appreciate you being here. I just now saw that you came in. Hello to you. Oh, John W. Savage Knives, good to see you there. Ah, it's all right. You can watch the replay, brother. The replay will be right on here. John W. Savage Knives, who just happened to join with. You missed them all, but if you would like to watch the replay, you most definitely can. It'll be right here on the channel. Did you see that one? I miss a lot of folks in the chat. Which one's impossible to destroy, Dutch? I didn't get I seen this just now. Kincaid's got one of something. You talking about the Mora Companion or something else I showed? Thank you, JW, for being here. John W. Savage. He's a good friend from over there at Facebook as well. Is that your YouTube channel, John W. Savage Knives? Do you have content over there? 23 viewers, welcome. All right, that's all right. I mean, come on in. We're still going. We was about to ready to cut it loose, but hey, sometimes you gotta, that's what happens. I really don't know how much more I got in me though, because like I said, we're a little rusty. It's been a little while since we've been live streaming. Backwoods Barbarian, how are you? Backwoods Barbarian, how are you? Whew. You got to see the buck knife and the Mora knife, both. Thanks for the money. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Hey, John W., we will bring out this one knife again. If you didn't get to see this one, and the other one was just some mossy oak knife, which is pretty decent, but we did bring this one out earlier. It's a Milwaukee blade made by Milwaukee Tools. We got this at the hardware store we work at. That's our day job. We manage a hardware store, a mom and pop place in my local county that we sell Milwaukee tools. And we picked this bad boy up. It was $18.99. Supposed to be full tang. We've done some mods here. We put this lanyard on. There's that. So we'll show you again. No problem. We know you what you want to ask, but we have no big deal. We can get it right back out. Okay, you got a little bit of content. You're gonna be doing some demonstration videos and making knives, and okay, that's what we want to see. I'll be watching that for sure. Most definitely. Most definitely. Been a good night. Oh, that's great. Nothing wrong with the buck. You're right. Daniel said he's doing great. Just returning back to YouTube today. Actually, was away for a bit. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sometimes other things take our time away. I know exactly what you mean there. I put out content sparingly, and we're just trying right now to get back into the swing of things. Maybe to do a weekly live stream and to throw out a video or two a week, hopefully. I don't know. Well, that's just it. I mean, that's we're not under contract or nothing. But everybody in here mostly are some type of content creator, which is cool. To be a content creator, to be live streaming, and pretty much all your audience are content creators as well. That means that this Frontier Survival family is something awesome. And you folks know that we got that Facebook group over there, but it's not just that Facebook group. I mean, it's a continuation of the community built by what I've done as far as making content, and the folks that like to join me and watch what I put out there, which is great. And then I'd return a favor, of course. I mean, not that it's a favor, but just return the camaraderie and bring it back to you and watch what you do as well. Right. Colin Kincaid is a archer, indeed. He said he's not into knives as much as some are. He prefers bows, which that's great. That is awesome. You are an archer indeed. I've seen content on your channel of you actually shooting, and you are a marksman of whatever you want to call it when it comes to that. You're great. Your nephew passed away. Young. Sorry to hear that. My condolences to you, sir. Mm, right. Yeah. 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 No doubt. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, that would be a great thing to do. Most definitely. Natalie's sharing something from Facebook. Is that the Frontier Survival Family link? Maybe. Thank you, Miss Natalie. If so, or whatever link it might. Oh, it is. I think. Welcome. But yeah, we appreciate each and every one of you that's been here tonight. We've I don't know, we've didn't know how well it would turn out, but I think it turned out real well. And I think, you know, we're feeling like we're wanting to go ahead and end it on this note. But we appreciate each and every one of you that's came. It's been here. We've gone over a little over an hour, and like I said, that's really a good live stream. We covered a lot. We got more to cover. We'll probably do this again next week, we hope. But just keep on the lookout for promotional material, and if so, you see it, then you'll know it'll happen, unless something just devastating happens. But we know we don't want to talk about that. We just live each day, one day at a time. Guys, we'll see you on the next one. And we tell you right now to keep that mountain grit. We appreciate you and we love you, and we'll see you on the next one.